dying right now.
Yes, how? What do you want to say, Sophia? Can you sit up and say it loud and proud? Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
You have a child who doesn't eat. Can you tell us about that?
My name is Christina, and my daughter is Sophia. She's 9 years old now. When she was born, of course, every mother dreams of having a child that can eat. You don't even think twice about that when you're pregnant. But we found out she had a heart defect, and when she was born, her heart wasn't working properly, and she went into heart failure, which means she was breathing about 110 times a minute, which is kind of like running a marathon. And anybody who's running a marathon, they, I'm sure, would find it hard to eat while they're running, and that's pretty much what she was experiencing. So she just would lay there and sweat from breathing so much, and her heart was working so hard. And because she couldn't eat, she ended up getting a tube in her stomach to help her. Nourish has helped us out a lot throughout the years, starting from when she was just a few months old, guiding us with the diet. We did a homemade blended food for her instead of the medically purchased premixed powders. So that was difficult, learning how to gain calories, because with her heart that didn't work and she had a huge hole in it and a leaking valve, gaining weight was everything, and it was hard. So figuring out how to blend food that's high calorie, that she'd be able to handle with her broken heart was difficult. So it was hard for her to gain weight, and Nourish helped us out. We got scholarships through Nourish for dietitian consults, which helped us figure out how to make those blends higher calorie through her G2. And another thing Nourish helped us with, Sophia, she would just get stuck with her eating. We would have therapists every week throughout the years helping us, but she still, the function of eating, the muscle control, organizing the muscles was just so hard for her. And she also had Down syndrome, which made it even harder because she has low muscle tone. And organizing those muscles to be able to swallow, to be able to chew, just seemed impossible for her. So Nourish, we got a scholarship, and they helped us out with therapies because insurance only would cover 1 hour of therapy a week, but that wasn't working for her. So when she was 8 years old, Nourish helped us with paying for the supplemental therapies we needed, and we had an intensive, which means that for 2 weeks, for at least an hour or two every day, therapists would come to our home or we would go to the clinic, and it would just be an intensive. That's all we would do every day is work on eating, the various methods, different therapists, and after those 2 weeks, she was able to eat. She was able to eat blended foods. We were able to not use her G-tube anymore for eating, which after 8 years, doctor said after 1 year after her heart surgeries, she should be eating. And for us, it was a different story, and we never thought it would happen. But at 8 years of age, she did it. We haven't used her G-tube for food in over a year, which is amazing. So for us, being full Italian, my grandparents came up from Italy, neighbors, my parents were next door neighbors growing up, and would always go back to Italian village, and we would eat. So for us, food was love. To show love, it was all about the food, the big family dinners, and if you have a child that can't be part of that, it's heartbreaking. So for her, we would have these big family dinners and she couldn't eat. She would just sit there. And for me, I didn't even feel like cooking because she couldn't share in the family love. It's heartbreaking when you come from a culture where that's family is food, is love, and your child can't be part of that. It's hard. So Nourish has helped us because now, even though we still have to blend all of her food, she doesn't eat the whole foods, we still have to blend it. We're working on increasing textures, but she can still eat that. We went home to visit my parents. Every day they cooked pasta or polenta or lasagnas or raviolis. We were able to mash up with a fork or blend part of it, and she could actually taste it. She could be part of it. She could sit at the dinner table with us with that plate of food, and she's exploring the food now. Even though she doesn't necessarily eat a whole ravioli, we can mash up a little bit, she'll be exploring it, she'll taste it, and she's part of that Italian love now. And we can pass that on to her, and she can experience that with us. And we're starting to see that she's having preferences of food, which before it was like a chore. But now she's finding foods that she likes, she's finding foods that she doesn't like, and just to see her having those preferences is huge.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And some sweet potatoes? How was that? And mango and avocado and blueberries? Can I ask you a question? Do you use your G-Tube Mickey for eating now?
No.
No. Do you like eating with your mouth?
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, you could be,